Hey, it's Tuesday at 2, talking NASCAR racing, talking short track racing. We can talk about whatever you want in the racing world. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. So glad you joined us here on Circle B Diecast. Great times, that's for sure. Hi to our friends at TikTok. Zach checking us out there on the pole position on TikTok. We've got John, Daniel, Brandon, and Norman joining us. It's awesome. Good to have. Wait a minute. Where's Victor? Can we have a show? Where's Victor? Oh my gosh. Someone call Victor. Make sure we're all right with him. Anyhow, it is great to have you joining us here on our program. It is fun stuff. If you want to talk NASCAR, you have any questions, type them in the comment box and we'll get to them and we'll roll on, that's for sure. So going to be fun and going to be a great time. Coming off the All-Star race at Texas. Wow. Don't even know where to begin on this one. Wow. Ryan Blaney won the race. We know that. Window net and all. Wow. Not even sure what to say. I've seen better. I guess I can go with that. I've seen better. Just is what it is. We'll get him next time, right? It's all fun. Yeah, exactly. Norman wanted to know, where's AJ? AJ's here. AJ's in the house. I mean, AJ is all over it. Boy, I'll tell you what. When we go live, AJ jumps all over here. So, yeah. So, it's good. It's good. Andrew, you tell me what's up. I'm just chilling out, having a good time here on a Tuesday, that's for sure. Fun stuff. All-Star race. Okay, here's a couple of things I'll say good about the weekend in Texas. How about Stuart Friesen winning that truck race? Man, he was rolling. He had that baby wound up. Good stuff for Stuart Friesen. I will also say this. I enjoyed, and I may be in the minority here, but my perspective was pretty sweet. I loved the qualifying. I loved the elimination tournament. I loved the live pit stop side to side. But again, my perspective was about 12 feet from the car on the inside. I had play-by-play for MRN, and I had the pit stops. And so when they were burning out and smoking tires and everything, I was breathing in that smoke, and it was cool. It was, you know, the qualifying session was fun, a little bit different, and going from there. The All-Star race itself, we've had better. I think y'all know me, okay? I'm not one that likes to go on social media or on here and just bash people or bash things. I tend to keep it very, very positive in my life. Tend to keep it very, very positive across the board. Back when I was a wee young lad in Halstead, Pennsylvania, my mother said, if you can't say anything nice about something, don't say anything at all. So that's kind of where I've been at. We've had better All-Star races. We'll get them next time. Let's go with that. It is what it is. We did have Ryan Blaney scoring the win, and so that's fun. Do we have, is the All-Star win? The All-Star win's available, I think. Yes, it is available. It's available. And oh, by the way, last week, the Kurt Busch win is available. We talked last week about Michael Jordan's brand, the Jordan brand. Well, I'll tell you what happened with that. They were at a stalemate, and our main man, Jonathan, who does all the auctions in here, he called MJ directly because he golfs with him and has his number, and 30 seconds later, we had a deal. So we had to get NASCAR had to pull the Jonathan card out. Speaking of Jonathan, he's coming up with an auction. We're doing one at 3 o'clock today? Is that the deal? Yeah, we're doing one at 3 o'clock today. Another auction at 3 o'clock today. So Jonathan called MJ within 30 minutes or 30 seconds. We had everything within 30 minutes. We had all the approvals and we had it on the website. So yeah. So the last two race winners, Ryan Blaney and also Kurt Busch, we have those two available. For sure. No doubt about it. Christopher, I'm with you. Yeah, exactly. Qualifying was good. Yeah, so there you have it. I saw somebody there said they're going to the 600. Way down. Going to his first, Norman's going to his first 600 in all the different race shops this week. Norman, you are going to enjoy. The race shops are really, really cool. Really, really neat. So I think you'll enjoy that. I really do. They just do a wonderful job around here with it. And I'm glad we're all back open after the last couple of years. And Norman, you are going to enjoy it. That's for sure. So that's going to be great. Going to be great. Now, Daniel's going to the Xfinity race at Portland. Wow, man, you're locked in there, Daniel. That's awesome too. I've not been out to that racetrack. Not on that broadcast, but we have a crew going out there, and I'm going to be watching because Portland seems really, really neat. That's for sure. And right along in there, Brandon, I'm going to Worldwide Technologies next weekend. I can't wait. I'm with you, Brandon. I'm going to Worldwide Technologies next week as well. Really, really fun. So I love it. I really do. I love hearing that y'all are going to race weekends. This sport is really, really good on TV. It's spectacular on radio. I say that as a radio guy. And now it's really better in person. It's best in person. So I'm glad to hear a lot of you are suggesting and going to races. Really, really good. Good stuff, that's for sure. Patrick was hoping that Corey LaJoie would have made the All-Star race. Boy, I thought at one time, had we not had that one wreck, Corey was rolling. He had that baby on the outside with fresh sticker tires, and he was picking him up and laying him down. It'd have been interesting to see where Corey went with that. Caution came out, lost his momentum, and kind of fell into place. But I'm with you on it. I think that's cool. I think that's really good. So yeah. So we'll see what happens. Evan, I like when the All-Star was at Charlotte before the 600 due to how accessible the teams were. I agree. I agree with you on that. But remember then? I mean, we got to move the race around. We can't have it. It's not fair. They're at Charlotte. It's not fair. It's not right. They're at Charlotte. Oh my gosh, we got to move the race around. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I'll tell you one thing that is a challenge that makes it a little bit bigger challenge is we have these two one-off races, the Clash and the All-Star race. Okay? Let's be brutally honest. The Clash had lost its luster at Daytona. So much so that we took it to the oval or the road course last year. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, we had a couple guys wrecking and Kyle Busch getting the win, but it was like, okay. We took the Clash this year and we dropped it right into Los Angeles at the Coliseum, and it went through the roof. Okay, that to me is one of the big challenges Texas has now. Is we seem to have found a pretty good little neat sweet spot for that Clash. Now, where it goes, does it stay at the Coliseum? Does it move to other stadiums? We'll stay tuned and see. What are we going to do with this All-Star race? So stay tuned. I don't know. I have no insight, no expectation. I'm not really sure what the story is, that's for sure. Brandon says the safety of these cars is amazing. Brandon, I hate that we have to do stress test on these race cars. I hate when I see cars like Ross Chastain and Kyle Busch get twisted up like that. But I am so with you on that. To watch that crash and to see those drivers climb out of those cars, I'm with you. I think it's really, really cool. I think that's part of this present generation race car is safety was a big part of it in design. You kind of wish you never safety tested these cars. You never crash tested them. It is good, Brandon, to see when we do crash test one of them, they hold up and do well. So I'm with you on that. That was a violent hit. That was right in front of me. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you what. You think you're just like your eyes are deceiving you. Because I had Kyle Busch's pit, and Kyle comes off from turn number 4, and that car starts getting all wiggle wormy on us there. And so I'm quick with my scanner, jumping over to Kyle's channel. I look up, and here comes Ross in there at about $185, and boom. That car went flying through the air. And I'm kind of like, I can't even believe what I saw. So I'm with you on that, Brandon. I thought that was really cool. Kurt says, do you like Stenhouse chances this weekend? He and JTG have been really looking good as of late. Probably even a win or two. Kurt, I'm not sure if I'm betting to win. I'm going Ricky just yet. But I agree with you. They have 3 straight top 10 finishes. They raced their way into the Open rather comfortably. Raced their way into the All-Star race from the Open. I think now, if you're asking me if Stenhouse into the top 10, top 5, I think that's good. Winning races is another step, and I think they're close. They're a whole lot closer than I thought they were a month ago. And the thing of it is when you can see the front of the field, then you can get to the front of the field. So, I mean, I'm with you that I would not be shocked with the recent performance if Ricky Stenhouse Jr. doesn't win a race this year. That would not surprise me at all. They've got those cars going really, really good. That team is pumped up, and they're in a good spot right now. Ricky, first time in his career, I think it is, for 3 straight top 10s. So I'm not sure that, like, if I'm going to Vegas and betting on the win, I'm not sure what I'm doing with Ricky, but a good solid run, yes. The thing of it is, in this sport, you keep having good solid runs, you're going to get a win. And maybe he does. I'm not, it's not out of the realm of possibility the way that team is ran. But I feel like that there's another step or two they need to make. It's just a matter of when they do it, as far as that goes. Zach, what's your favorite patriotic paint scheme has been released so far? Shame on me, Zach. I have not really. We don't do. See, one of my challenges with it is that we don't do the the Coke 600. MRN does not do it, and so PRN does it. So I'm going to dirt track racing this week up in Port Royal, Pennsylvania. And so I haven't got into my notes yet as far as the Coke 600. So Zach, I haven't looked at it. I know there's a bunch of teams doing stuff, and I always love that they do them, but I just haven't. The Coca-Cola 600 has always been a strange one for me because the other network covers that, PRN covers that, and so I'll jump in and look around and see, but I just don't have an answer for you on that. So wish I did, but don't have an answer for it. Chris, who's Shooter McGavin? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Said something about the long hair. Is Shooter McGavin a good thing or a bad thing? Okay. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, it's from Happy Gilmore. Oh, well, there we go. So still don't know what you're talking about. I am like the least, like Happy Gilmore is that the sandwich platter down at Denny's? I mean, like when it comes to movies and stuff like that, I have no idea. Chris, I'm going to take it as the highest form of compliment, that my hair is spectacular. That's what I'm taking it as. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Because if not, I'm coming through the camera. I'm coming through the TikTok right at you. Right at you, right there. See, TikTok's a separate camera down there. Right there. I got you. Fun stuff. There we go. Matthew, we missed you at Sheboygan last weekend. The race was awesome. Very cold. Go IRA. Blake Anderson. Yeah, Blake is the announcer there. This Sheboygan is the Plymouth Dirt Track, and a driver nicknamed the North Pole Nightmare picked up the win. Bill Baylog won the race, sprint car racing. Yep, exactly. So Daniel says, do you think AJ will win the Portless road course? I hadn't got that far out, but I'm not sure I'd be betting against him. You ever seen AJ drive a road course? I haven't gotten that far out into it yet because it's next week. But that's not a bad that's not a bad pick when you go road course racing. AJ Allmendinger, and this is Cup or Xfinity. That's good. That's good stuff. Exactly. So fun, neat stuff. That's for sure. Let's see. We have our own car, the 78 car. Oh, we do. Okay. See, I'm the last to know. I'm the last to know on this stuff. Well, then back to Zach's question. My favorite car is the Circle B number 78 BJ McLeod car. Yeah, I'm the last to know on this stuff. I'll be walking down pit road at a race, and I look over, it'll be a Plan B Sales or Circle B diecast car. And I'm like, I'm the last to know. I am like a mushroom here, okay? They keep me in the dark, and they feed me crap. Well, they don't feed me crap. They treat me really crap. I get treated so well here. But no, I haven't. That's funny. That's just part of the deal. So the BJ McLeod car looks good. I'm glad to see that. That's one of the things that, as we've gotten to know, oh my gosh, that does look good. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah. Well, it looks, yeah, I know what you're doing. Yeah, we got, sometimes, so we got it half covered up with stuff. That looks good. Yeah, I like that. Well, I stand corrected. I do know what my best looking car is. It's the Circle B diecast car, the BJ McLeod car. That looks good. I like the little B on the back, down on the lower part of the back car. I like that. If you're not following along, sorry about that. If you're like me and didn't know what we're talking about, yeah. So I like it. There we go. I've got a favorite. There we go. Fun stuff. There we go. See, we're doing this live. So sometimes things change, sometimes things move around, and that sort of thing. Good stuff. Coca-Cola 600 is so special. Another stage. So 3 stage wins and a race win are available. 600 miles, 400 laps. Part of a great day. Do you all get up? I don't think. I think I saw where F1 is not at Monaco. I don't think the schedule. I think the schedule. I could be wrong on that. There was a year. Check on that. Are you one though that if you are a homebody during this weekend, do you watch the Indy 500 and then the Coca-Cola 600? Is that your racing day? If Monaco runs off, the F1 starts today. Do you watch that? So it is on Sunday, May 29th. It is. I'm wrong on that. I thought I'd read somewhere. So it's the day. It's the yeah. So it is all the same day. So it's all the same day. Do you watch all three of them? I'm just curious about that. If you watch all three of them, just type in the comment if you watch all three of them. Do you watch Indy? Do you watch Monaco and nothing else? Do you watch Indy and nothing else? That's cool. David wants to know my take on the window net. I really tend to think that they should have brought him down pit road. And I hate that. This all stems, I think, what I think they should have done is this. I think they should have brought him down pit road and seen how he had the window net secured and then decided. I know it's different. It's the all-star race. By the way, different is the rules at the end that put us in that spot in the first time. So I'd like to have seen him come down and take a look at it. But I wish that they would have got the caution right for Ricky and just let him run to the finish. I wish that we didn't have different rules for this race when it comes to the finish like that. Because that was the one thing, and I'll give Denny Hamlin a lot of respect. He acknowledged that Ryan is the rightful winner of that race. Should have happened 15 minutes before it did. So you're in a bad spot. Denny's point is, do 2 negatives make it right? No. And I don't really like the idea of Blaney riding out of there with that window net cobbled up. So I tend to think I lean toward the side of bring them down. Whether you bring them down to inspect first and then decide what you're going to do, I tend to think that's where I'm at. But here's the deal, folks. If you've been around here to this point, they have not called me and asked me any of these questions. Not 1, 0. All right. Andrew lives in Indy. Hell yeah. Andrew says drinking starts early. Attaboy, Andrew. Mickey says watch all three. And Matt does iRacing in Knoxville in between all three. So there you go. Good stuff. Derek, hope to see you at a dirt track soon. Yeah, I'll be at some. I've got a big, my schedule. I was just looking at some of it here today. Coming to a dirt track near you, baby. It's going to be awesome, that's for sure. So, yeah. Big weekend of racing coming up. Formula One on Sunday morning. The Indianapolis 500 on the afternoon. And the Coca-Cola 600 puts a big old hairy bow around the whole day. It's going to be good. Motor Racing Network, I'm actually out at Charlotte on Friday. We do the ARCA race at 6 and the truck race at 8. Saturday morning, get on an airplane, fly to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, get in a car, jump up to Port Royal Speedway for the Weikert Memorial, 2 nights of sprint car racing. We do a Wing Nation program, our sprint car show over at MRN, and we're doing live shows up there, 5 o'clock Eastern time. So lots of fun. Great weekend. I love this weekend. There is racing on TV all day Sunday. There is racing at your local track this weekend. I was looking at a schedule of races for sprint cars alone. There is sprint car races everywhere. So that means there's local races everywhere. Now, you need to go check them out. So fun weekend, that's for sure. I think that's going to do it. I think we're going to wrap up with that. On one programming note, we are going to take next Tuesday off. Okay? Here's what's going on, okay? And this is why we're going to take it off. We are next week, and I'll just warn you, because you might want to call up and scream, or you might send us a note about stuff. We are redoing the internet around here next week. Okay? So I'm going to ask you right off the bat, be patient, because you may log on and things may look a little different or not look at all for a short period of time. As you can imagine, with a digital distribution retail company, internet is critical, and a change of internet is challenging. Y'all remember a couple years ago when we went to the new website, and the new website was 80 times better than the old website. That didn't mean that that window of time when we were in between was not a nightmare, okay? Well, we're going to be in that window of time. We are improving and upgrading our wireless or our internet here. So, and we're tying it into our Missouri warehouse, and it's getting all tied together. So that's being done next week. The absolute last thing the technicians doing the internet and the wonderful people here need is a fat, long hair radio guy yucking it up in the hallways while this is all going on. So we are going to take next Tuesday off, Tuesday at 2, catch our breath, and then just fire it off with brand new internet. That way we get all the bugs worked out of it, and I can walk right in here and we'll be in good shape. So that's the deal. So we will not be around next week for our Tuesday at 2 show. When you have weeks when you're changing out the internet, when we can say that's one less thing we're going to do, that's a good week to do it. That's one less thing to do next week. So that's it. It's all good. And I'm going to be recovering from Port Royal anyhow. It's always a good time. They are putting our live shows, okay? They're putting our live shows in a beer garden. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, I don't know who thought of that idea. That simultaneously could be the best idea in the world and the dumbest idea in the world. And yes, it's possible for it to be both. So Tuesday at 2 might not have happened next week anyhow. We're just going to plan ahead. Now, we'll have a good time, that's for sure. So that's the story. We're going to take next week off. We're just going to catch our breath, get everything shipshape here, the wireless and everything, and the internet and everything, and then we'll be back rolling. So again, no show next week, but again, those of you who like to scream and holler and call people up and cuss people out because the internet's not working, take a time out next week. If you want to get your diecast ordered, order it now. Get it ordered, get it in the processing. If it's something that we have in stock, we can ship it right now this week. If it's something that you're pre-ordering, get it pre-ordered. And that way next week, when we live in this window of time, and we don't know what this window of time is, in the old internet to the new internet, we all hope it's a short window of time, but if you've ever done with this stuff, you know how that goes. Just ride along with us and you will be fine. You will be fine and we will be good. That's for sure. Yeah. Oh, Wing Nation will be on next Tuesday, Matthew. This is a Circle B diecast challenge. Wing Nation will be on next Tuesday, pending survival of Port Royal, which is another problem. You've been around some of our live shows, Matthew, in Knoxville. You know what I'm talking about. We do our show in Knoxville right next to the Iowa Beer Bus. Yeah, talk about location. All fun. It is great to hang out with you. I love that we get a chance to chat on here on Tuesdays, talking NASCAR. Again, Jonathan is wheeling and dealing. So what you need to do right now is, whether you're watching on TikTok, I see a TikTok, or you're watching on any of the other platforms, set your notifications. Because I'm telling you, when that young man comes on, he's wheeling and dealing. And you've got some deals on diecast right there on your phone or on your computer. So make sure you set your notifications on that so you know every time Jonathan comes on, he's wheeling and dealing. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our Tuesday at 2 show. We'll have a lot to talk about, wrapping up Gateway in Portland. Sounds like half of you are going to be there. So going to be at Gateway in Portland. Brent just says, site will be live the whole time. We may just have phones and email for a little bit. Exactly. And I agree, and that's the boss man. We've been told we'll have phone and email challenges for a little bit. Define little bits. I'm not busted on it. We just don't know. And like I said, a fat, long-haired radio guy in the middle of it all is not needed. So I think we'll be good. As you know, again, the last change we made was at this website, and this website is so great, circlebdiecast.com, and you can go on there right now, and get all of the latest. That's for sure. So, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Portland. We'll talk about Gateway. and then we'll be gearing up for Sonoma. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Brett just typed in between 30 minutes and 4 days. Exactly. Been there, done that. Yeah, absolutely. So, so Portland and then on to Sonoma, wine country. By the way, I'm headed to Sonoma. I'm headed to Sonoma, baby. It's going to be awesome. So, going to be fun, that's for sure. So, love chatting with you. Love hanging out with you. Again, Jonathan coming up at the top of the hour with Wheels and Deals as he continues with our web stuff here on our Facebook Live. Fun stuff, that's for sure. I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. Thanks for joining us. Remember, all your diecast and apparel. Jonathan did hats earlier today. He was wheeling and dealing on hats. We got, wait a minute, there's a Circle B diecast hat. So that one's, yeah, they're all sold. They're all sold. Guy can't get a hat around here. Remember, all your diecast and apparel needs, www.circlebdiecast.com.